Our main story tonight concerns the Philippines. It's the country that gave us, among other things, Bruno Mars, Olivia Rodrigo and Jollibee, the single greatest fast food mascot of all time. He's a 6'5" bee in a tuxedo top that just wants to serve you fried chicken and spaghetti. What do we have that compares to that? Terrifyingly large child? Hamburger Joker? Hello, Mr. Police, I gave you all the clues, please. The winner here is clear. We've discussed the Philippines on this show before, mostly thanks to their current leader and self-proclaimed dictator, Rodrigo Duterte, who has, if nothing else, a way with words.
Gusto ko tawagan. Putang ina ka, umuwi ka na. Mr. Obama, you can go to hell. Why do you have to, fuck with us, goddammit?
Once again, I repeat it, fuck you.
Now, I know that is a striking amount of swearing, but you also cannot understate just how brazen it is for the President of the Philippines, a nation over 80% Catholic, to call the Pope a son of a whore. That is a big deal. Imagine if Joe Biden publicly told Dolly Parton to go fuck herself. Forget backlash. He'd be dragged from the White House by his feet, and rightly so. And while Duterte's language may have been shocking, his actions have been far worse, especially his war on drugs. It's estimated that on his watch, government officials or vigilantes have killed up to 30,000 people in violence which even triggered the International Criminal Court to launch an investigation into possible crimes against humanity. And Duterte has viciously targeted his critics. This senator, who launched an investigation into his drug war, has been languishing in jail for the last 5 years. And Nobel Peace Prize winner Maria Ressa and her news website Rappler have been buried in legal actions, facing at least 11 cases and 10 arrest warrants since Duterte came into office. And the thing is, that's just the beginning.
The Philippines consistently ranks among the top 10 deadliest countries for journalists. Reports say as many as 19 of them have been killed since Duterte took office. At News of One, he replied, "Just because you're a journalist, you are not exempted from assassination if you're a son of a..."
Holy shit! That speaks not only to his brutality, but also to the incredible bravery of journalists there. Because the possibility of assassination is the kind of thing that can thin out a workforce. If Michael's jobs listing said applicants must have some familiarity with candle making and scrapbooking. Also, please note, employees are not exempted from assassination if they're sons of bitches. I don't think anyone would work at Michael's anymore. Now, thankfully, Duterte's term is about to come to an end. Presidents in the Philippines can only serve one 6-year term, and elections are actually happening there tomorrow. And this is a big election in every sense. The Philippines is a nation of 100 million people, and turnout is often around 80%, although, unfortunately, there are some disconcertingly familiar faces running in this. Duterte's own daughter, Sarah, is running for vice president, a position which is elected separately in the Philippines. And to get just a little sense of her, here she is, when she was a mayor, punching a local sheriff that she was angry with. And it is just not great that you can look at that and fairly say, well, at least she's not as violent as her dad. But there's also someone running for president, and who is actually pretty likely to win, who has an even more alarming last name.
A frontrunner in the current polls, Ferdinand Bong Bong Marcos Jr. His father declared martial law, ruling the Philippines with a terrible human rights record until a popular uprising ousted him in 1986. His mother, Imelda, still famous for her shoes.
It's true. The son of a guy who terrorized the Philippines for years is now the front runner to take over. And look,